Today I'm going to be going over the top 14 accessories you must have if you own a Mavic 2 drone, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so you obviously clicked on this video because you have a Mavic 2 Zoom or Mavic 2 Pro and you want to know what accessories you need to have. And today I'm going to go over the top 14 accessories that I think you need, and we're going to literally field test them all. So this is the Mavic 2 Zoom that I have. I've had it for about, I want to say 2 months. I got it right when it came out and love the drone. I had the Mavic, original Mavic, and you know, this is just leaps and bounds beyond that. But today we're gonna be going over some of the accessories you have to have. And first accessory you're gonna need, I think, is a nice hard case. This is by GPC. I purchased from their website, which is goprofessionalcases.com, made in the USA. This is waterproof and very, very durable, great case. It's got spots for 4 extra batteries, your drone, the remote, and the charger. And this actually comes out, and in here you can actually put an iPad or an iPhone or whatever you use for your screen on your drone to see it. But this is great for, it's just very durable, and if you do a lot of traveling with your drone, this is going to protect it. And obviously when the drone's $1,200 to $1,600, you want to protect the drone. The second thing I would recommend accessory wise is an extra battery or two, because these batteries last, they say 30 minutes, but from my experience, I like to fly the drone back when it's about 25%, so I'm only getting like 20 some minutes out of the battery. So depending on what kind of project you're doing and how long you're in the field, you're probably gonna need an extra battery, because you don't wanna go, you know, you don't wanna have to start a project and your battery dies on you. With that being said, an extra battery, number 3 would be, boom, a multi-charger for the batteries. This will charge 4 batteries, not at the same time, but what it does is whatever battery has the most charge, it charges fully, then it goes on to the next one, then it goes on to the next one. That way you don't have to keep going back and checking to see if your battery's charged, if it's not charged. So this is the multi-charger by DJI. I got this part of the Flymore kit, which came with 2 extra batteries, this, a car charger, and some other stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that to the side. So I actually got in the mail, this is by PGY Tech. We're just going to open this. These actually extend the feet of the drone, so it actually makes it sit a little bit higher, so when you take off and land. Okay, so we got it open. Again, this is not made by DJI, but they do sell these on the DJI website. So these essentially, nice little foam case it comes with. These, you see what this does? You put these on the drone's feet. So these actually clip on. This one clips on back here, like so. And this one clips on this side, like so. And then it actually makes the drone set a lot higher. So we're gonna go ahead and test this out right now. So we'll be right back. Okay, so right now we have the feet on the drone by PGY Tech. We're gonna take off in the fairly tall grass and show you that this is what this accessory is great for. So it's right there hovering, okay. Fairly nice. That's us in the camera. And we'll land it. Now we're going to take the feet off and show you that you cannot take off with without proper clearance. So stay tuned. Just took the feet off. We're going to try to take off again and show you that it's not going to take off because the grass is hitting the actual blades. So see that? We tried, nothing. So that just goes to show you that the feet, if you don't have the proper clearance, they make it great for the takeoff and landing. Okay, so as you can see, these help a lot when you're taking off in tall grass, and if you have some kind of obstacles when you land, because if you want to take off in tall grass, these actually, the propellers, as you recognize, they won't spin freely, and the drone won't take flight. Okay, the next accessory we have is actually it lets you mount other cameras on the drone. So that's pretty cool. What it does, I don't know if you can see that, it puts a little the little screw mount. You can actually mount cameras, or you can mount like a light if you wanted to buy one. But this essentially just connects, these spots go in the right there, and it clips on real nice, and that adds that. So you can essentially, if you had like a 360 camera or anything that screws on with, that's obviously the blades won't hit, you can mount on top of the drone like a GoPro, and you can fly with the GoPro as well. So that's a pretty cool accessory. We have the GoPro mounted onto the drone right there. As you can see, the GoPro is actually recording right now as well. So we're going to go ahead and try to take off and see how this does. I'm not sure if there's a weight, because of the extra weight, if it's going to do anything crazy. So let's just go ahead and zoom all the way out. And I'll bring the camera up and we'll get the takeoff going. So here we go. Boom. Pretty cool. So now we're literally GoProing. This is pretty freaking sweet, actually. A little heavier. So that's that. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Another accessory I got from DJI is this, which is a battery bag. You're probably wondering, why do you need a battery bag? Well, a couple things. This is insulated, which is, if you've seen my other videos, you know that when you are in extreme temperatures, that your batteries will not fly if they are too cold or too hot. So you can actually put like a hand warmer in here with your battery. And this is the large bag, so it will actually fit 2 batteries. And then you can close this up and you can walk around with it, and this will actually keep the battery warm, or this will keep the battery cool on a really hot day. And also this makes it so you can travel safer with this. So if you do a lot of flying, you might want to get 2 of these, one for each battery. And what this does, it doesn't let any of the metal connectors touch anything metal, so you don't have any real way of the battery somehow catching on fire or exploding when you're on an airplane or traveling. So another accessory you're going to want is the Gimbal Protector, an extra one. You're probably thinking to yourself, why do you need a Gimbal Protector when it comes with a Gimbal Protector? Well, as you can see, if this breaks, which is just a flappy piece of metal, and you go to travel, this thing has no way of being stabilized. So if you're walking around, like, this is going to just be jarring around like crazy, and the last thing you want to do is mess with your gimbal. So it's always good to have a spare Gimbal Protector just in case you're flying this around, you may put this in the wrong spot, you step on it, or you try to put this on and then you get clumsy and you actually break it. So an extra Gimbal Protector is always great to have with you at all times. So another accessory by PGY Tech, and by the way, none of this stuff was given to me. I pay for all this, so this is a great accessory. What this actually does, I know with the Mavic 2 you can unscrew these little knobs and hide them, but if you don't really want to do that all the time and you're just throwing this in your backpack and you don't want this to be jarred around, what this fancy thing does, it actually connects on there, and as you can see, it protects the screen, and it also stops these from moving around too much. So that's really, really important. And again, another great accessory by PGY Tech, and they make a lot of the these accessories are all sold on DJI's website, so you know these are legitimate and they're not going to harm your drone at all if they sell them. So, because they're not made by DJI, but they partner with this company. I think they're based out of China. So what this does, if you do a lot of traveling, and these drones obviously fold up, you'll know that when you are traveling with it, the propellers are just flipping around like all loosey-goosey. So what this does, it actually connects onto here, and it, see that? Doesn't let them flop around. And then you want to turn it over, the propellers actually slide into here, like so. So that actually protects your propellers, protects the motors. It doesn't get caught on anything. I know when I went through customs in Toronto, when they took this out of my case, when they went to pull it up, the propellers were flopping around and they almost snapped the propeller off. And I was like, whoa, dude, you're gonna break my drone. So I wish I would have had this then, but I do have them now. So this is a DJI product, another accessory you want. This is gonna be the remote control hood. So how many of you have ever been in the field and it's really, really bright out and you're just like, you can't really see your screen? What this does, it uses the antennas, okay? You slide the antennas in here, like so. And then this comes down like this and Velcros. And this actually shields your drone from the sun so you can actually see what the heck you're doing when you're flying. Because if you're flying blind, you're just gonna wreck your drone, and that's never a good thing. So this accessory by PJY Tech is a lens hood. And you're probably wondering what the heck a lens hood is. What this does, let's say you're flying, it's real sunny out. You connect this onto your drone, okay, before you take off, obviously. And it blocks the sun coming in from the sides, and it actually helps with your video and picture quality a lot if it's on a real bright day. Again, it's gonna kind of obscure a little bit to the sides. We're gonna have a little video footage from the drone flying with this on right now, so you'll see what I'm talking about. We have on the hood, as you can see right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off and show you some footage with the actual drone with the hood on. So, and see if there's anything you can see to the left or right. So we're gonna go ahead and take off. This is actual footage from the drone. And as you can see, it doesn't seem to affect the visibility of the camera at all. So that's really pretty good to know. Let's pan down all the way and see if it can't see it going down all the way, and we'll put the camera all the way up. So there's no obstruction, so that's good to know. We're gonna go ahead and land this thing right now. So there you go, that's the footage from that. Hope that helped you with making a decision on this accessory. So another DJI product that I got accessory wise is this padded bag. Now you're probably wondering, yes, I got the Flymore kit that came with a nice carrying case, but let's say I don't want to carry that gigantic thing around. What's nice with this is it's literally, let's see this best way to put it in. It, you know, this literally, the drone just goes right in. And this is actually, it's not waterproof, but it does protect your drone from the weather a little bit. So then this goes in, and then boom. Okay. And now your drone is protected. Pretty cool, and it says DJI Mavic on it, which is kind of sweet. What we have is a takeoff and landing pad. Now this is gonna be fun. This comes with stakes, okay, to stake in the ground. It also has like reflectors if you fly at night. So the stakes stake obviously through in the ground so the pad doesn't move on you. When you do take off with this, boom, it's kind of big. So this has a nice surface for your drone to actually land on. When it takes off, it takes a picture of the ground. So when you do the landing feature, it kind of has a better idea of where to land. And also, if you're on a real dirty terrain or a real uneven terrain, or you just think that you don't want to land your drone on certain areas, this makes a nice flat surface so you don't have to use those extenders that we bought before. And one side's blue and one side's orange, so that's a really great accessory to have. And somehow it folds up. We'll figure it out. So that brings us to the last accessory you're gonna need. And obviously the drone doesn't come with a memory card, but you're gonna need at least one more memory card. So the brand I prefer, I'm just gonna take the one out that I have in here. Well, that's the wrong side. Bear with me, people. So the memory card that I have is the brand I use is SanDisk Extreme Pro, and you want to make sure you have a U3 card. I know you can't see that, but essentially the U3 allows for 4K video, and if you had like a U1, you just wouldn't, you get real choppy and grainy and the car would crash on you. So you need, this is a 64 gig, it takes 128. I have about 7 of these just because all my cameras take them for the most part. My GoPro takes it, this takes it. I have adapters or my other cameras take it, but you want a good U3 card by SanDisk. I've used other brands like Samsung's memory cards and they are not very reliable. And the last thing you want is a memory card to crash on you. So I hope this was an informative video and gave you guys some insight on what accessories to buy. And all these accessories total cost me, minus the memory card, and minus the battery, was $100. So not very expensive for all what you get. And I know this is a lot of stuff to lug around, but if you know you're going on a project and you know you're going to be using your drone a lot, this is stuff you always want to have because you never know what is going to happen in the field and you want to be prepared. So with that being said, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. 614 Live. Peace and you're welcome.